actually my first feature, which is crazy. So I'm blessed to be here. My name is Callie. I go by California because it's easier. For some reason, people can't remember Cali, so I just tell them to call me California, and it works out that way. So I go by both. I'm Cali or I'm California. My Instagram name is Californication, just like that, with a K. I market myself. I have a clothing brand. I'm a spoken word artist. I'm a poet. I'm a mentor. I'm a teacher. I'm a student. I'm about to get my degree actually after this fall, so I'm really excited. I'm really excited about that. Making moves, just trying to prove that you can do it against all adversities. So I'm gonna start it like this. I feed off of crowd participation. That's what it's all about. So if you're feeling uncomfortable, you looking like you really judging me. So I'm gonna try and impress you the most, all right? So look, I need everybody to say, like a flower, blooming by the hour, is power to them people, never people to the power. Like a flower, blooming by the hour, is power to them people, never people to the power. Again, like a flower, blooming by the hour, is power to them people, not the people to the power. Again, like a flower, blooming by the hour, is power to the people, never people to the power. Drop it. Yeah. This Californication is how I ride. Yeah. And I come from old school hip hop, so we do this. Yeah. We so lyrical, we so lyrical. So lyrical, we so lyrical. Patience, patience. These wannabes just wanna make it, baby. Just stick to your pavement. Steadily making moves in the basement. Took some L's, but it's only a bruise, you could take it. Thought they was feeling me until they shedded they snakeskin. Never calling family when they treat you basic. But love them cause y'all ancestors rode the same slave ship. Now we call it regional transit. Them boys regional bandits. With them boys it'll never be candid. I remember you were stranded and I gave you a hand, man. I need to quit stepping in quicksand. What's the plan? Maybe we need some better friends. It's getting hot around the bend. Maybe I'll start a trend that we all get some better friends. I was falling towards the end. Angels called upon my head, so I rose to greet the greater me instead. I'm chosen like a flower, blooming by the hour. It's power to them people, never people to the power. Even if I fold, no, my body is a coward. Now what? Opposite direction. If God is so backwards, do a dog go to heaven? Mass marketing is still playing with perception. I think crooked thoughts, purgatory, Armageddon. Armed in heaven, angels protected, armed with 777. We so lyrical. 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 We so yeah. Steady. I know that life could get heavy, especially when you ain't ready. Blow your mind like some confetti. Haters gon' roll deep like a 4x4 Chevy. You just gotta trust that you got it already. Yes, it's a must that you do remain steady. If I was weak, I would have given up already. But the path less traveled don't have no gravel. Some of y'all riding the wave like you bought you a saddle. When I'm in my grave, watch a hater get saddened. When I'm MIA, just know I'm aligning my planets. Cut from a different cloth and you can't copy the pattern. Nah, so lyrical, we so lyrical. I need you. So lyrical, we so lyrical. So lyrical, we so lyrical. Yeah. So lyrical, we so lyrical. Like a flower, blooming by the hour. It's power to the people, never people to the power. It's power to the people, never people to the power. It's power to the people, never people to the power. Nah. Yeah. And I do want to say that hook, that amazing ass hook, was written by my best friend, and I have the opportunity and the privilege of having her with me on the sounds. Yeah. All right, look. So that's me, if I was to give myself an introduction. Look, like this. I'm gonna do it like this. Never thought I'd make it, well that's what they told me. Bought some AF1s and can't even fold them. Step my swag up cause I'm not folding. Cup of Folgers, wake them up slowly. If you didn't know then, well now you know me. Californication can never mold me. City of trees, yeah, that's how I smoke 'em. Tank almost on E, that's how I smoke 'em. You need some Ray-Bans cause the light too golden. You need a spray tan, melanin too wholesome. Shooting some dice, it's about how you hold 'em. No disrespect, I just think I'm chosen, and we rockin'. And we rockin' like Dwayne can't stop 'em. Rockin' like my last name is Johnson. This the soul train, how we pick 'em up and drop 'em, how we drop 'em, knowledge dropping. Yeah. Never thought I'd make it, well that's what they told me. But they don't know me, not even the old me. If the situation mania, I'ma exit slowly. Fade away D-Wade like I'm supposed to. And rest in peace my dad, cause that's my OG. And rest in peace my dad, cause that's my OG. And they don't know me, not even the old me. If the situation mania, I'ma exit slowly. If the situation mania, I'ma exit slowly. If the situation crazy, I'ma exit slowly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can someone, Matthew Gasson, can you bring me that mic stand right here, please? So, I do music, but I came from spoken word and poetry. That's Gucci. That's the right height. I'm not tall, but I'm not short, okay? I don't like being called short. I'm from the SAC. Come from down the street and you still never heard me speak the 916-ery, I mean? Where girls' cheeks get pink when boys pay them some mind. And in their mind they found gold, but old boy only got one goal in mind. Don't be a fool, little girl, the SAC is HOT and that's OMM, like on my mama. Boys getting in between, hella bold like some commas. 16, 17, and 18 with baby bumps. It's funny how those bumps will slow you down when you're cruising down the wrong path. But keep it pushing. 15 and my lips tight around that good-ish. What they call this? Self-diagnosis? Damn, my head almost exploded. My cipher keeps moving like the boys on the block who keep choosing the block over the book. What is an education when Uncle Sam got you like a fish on a hook? And they say you should be hooked on phonics, then get these drugs out the hood. For I come up in here with my hood in Arizona, you want to make me a martyr, then make me. Like a little kid, make me. Cause I've got my mind made up, sharpest tool in the shed. We got crops to tend while they're putting pictures in your head. Headed down the wrong path, I'll show you the light. No passion in your spirit, I'll give you a reason to fight. See, I've been fighting through the bullshit. I've been fighting the drama. I've been fighting malicious demons while kicked out of mamas. I've been fighting myself, and I've been fighting depression. And if I can fight to free myself, I'm pretty sure you can get these lessons. So many things we second guess when we're fighting for selfishness. Inner peace begins with the willingness to dig deep within. I am so blessed to be here and to take deep breaths together. In and out. Let the wind knock your air out. Let your hair down. Let your true self stand out. Yeah, you get that crown, queen. You get that crown. Not psychologically sound, but found God. And God is, and I am, and we are golden. That's goal-oriented, light-carrying, destined, enriched name seekers. They told you the origins of your name, but you are not your name either. Seek answers, and it will become clear. You may never know, but thank you for your ears. That's the Black Van Gogh.
That's fire, more fire.
Whose world is this? We'll get it. Yeah, come on, Dupree. Whose world is this?
The world is yours.
It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this?
The world is yours. The world is yours.
It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this?
The world is yours.
Yeah.
The world is yours.
It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this?
The world is yours.
Yeah.
The world is yours.
It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. See, I'm back and I'm better than ever. I got the band, so I should have got the coupe with the leather. Wasn't in God's plans. You too busy talking about what you got. You better stop playing. You know shit doesn't always go as planned. I said I'm back and I'm better than ever. I got the band, so I should have got the coupe with the leather. Wasn't in God's plans. You too busy talking about what you got. You better stop playing. You know shit doesn't always go as planned. See, look, I'm back again. I was tripping over a dude that was not the plan. I mean, damn, man, was it just pretend? Dropped 8 racks like I got 80 bands. I'm from Sac Town, never back down. A real Cali girl surrounded by clowns. I mean, damn, was it just pretend? Throwing smoke in the air, you are not the man? I mean, forget revenge. I want a private island. Swimming in Jamaica, talking ganja with the natives, flights over feelings. You are not the ticket. And I pray to God for all of this healing. I need a one way, one day you gon' realize. Realize that you traumatized. I'm trying to get up and be solidified. I'm tired, you fired, no penalized. It's all good, I needed that lesson. When you in the driver's seat, with pedestrians, stay on your path. Most ish don't last. When ish hit the fan, yeah, it's gonna splash. And I'm gonna laugh cause I can do that. Not the way that I planned, but I got out of a trap. Call that God's plan like I'm Aubrey Graham, bitch. Great. I mean, forget revenge. I want a private island. Swimming in Jamaica, talking ganja with the natives. I mean, chilling. Really just chilling, stacking up these millions, and you are not on the ticket. Shouldn't have taken it for granted. Now look at you. We talking about feminine energy, right? Now look at you. Shouldn't have taken it for granted. Now look at you. Yeah. Now look at you. Now I don't trip off a pavement. I chased you down too many pavements. Give a damn what your mama's saying. 2 bails, too bad I should have been smarter. Thank you and thank God for making me harder. And I know I'm the best that there is, a blessing in the flesh to beat until your heart turned dead. Now deal with abandonment, cause I don't have to stand this shit. I'ma sit on my throne and you can stand with the banished and be famished. I gave you my all, you couldn't even make me a sandwich. It's not candid, yeah. I'm mad, but this rap made me a savage. I'd rather make a mixtape because my shit ain't average.
That's right. Say that there. Say that there. Oh, Sam. Oh, no. Say that there.
I smell smoke in the room. It's the mic. Look. It feels like it was just 2 years ago on Channel 51 playing That's So Raven. No cable before Comcast, when mommy's pockets weren't disabled, you know, when you couldn't tell that her pockets were disabled. When we actually went outside, instead of taking pictures of the outside and posting them while we're inside, thinking about captions, when we learned about the evolution of caterpillars in classrooms, when we used to get wood chips in our shoes, come home every day with wood splinters in our fingers. I mean, only thing we thought fingers were for was playing Connect Four before Trey Songz became our sex ed mentors, when birds were a sight to see, not a symbol for tweets. Before all that talk or taking shots, before Sharkeisha or robots called Siri, when we prayed for a sub, because that meant our teacher was absent. Now we pray for a sub because we wish a motherfucker would so we can rebuttal. Because this generation is all about the dramas and the Drakes and the Kim K's. You forgetting all that TMZ shit is fake. If you're distracted by conspiracies, Illuminatis, and turned up parties, you must have missed it when they brainwashed you. Back before cushioned toilet seats on potties were popular, got your brain cells dropping dead. They popping you, got the sniper rifle aiming at you through the television box, staring at you through the iPhone lens, binoculars. These optical illusions around you. I bet you feel like window shopping, huh? It's a mirage. Don't play into the media. They want you to play dumb. Back before Bad Girls Club taught you to win by getting even, Disney Channel had that dope lineup. Lizzie McGuire and Even Stevens in the same hour. Now these hourglass shapes got us doing unhealthy things. All because Nicki Minaj can afford plastic surgery. Speaking of fake ass, you need to get your act together. Friendships don't mean a damn thing nowadays, sinking like the Titanic with no survivors and no surprise, cause Drake got you thinking making new friends ain't trendy. Song lyrics don't even make sense. Do you listen to what you repeat? No type, right? Well, this type of trash isn't real music, alright? Like the type of men that get all the hype, got pants 2 sizes too big on purpose, with belts that cost more than heart surgery but are still sagging. Take me back to 1993 when Levi stayed buttoned under the belly button and I was born in 97. Yeah, I'm stuck in the past like a pissed off girlfriend. Bringing all this stuff up like backed up sewage because I'm sick of the self-hate and mutilation. Race wars and classism, we brainwashing our own children. So I'm starting my own movement like Lauryn Hill for president and Badu in the Electoral College. I could take the Senate. We're trying to save this generation before Lucifer takes the last of it. And that's word. Yo, shout out to the cooks. Y'all really bust it down every single time. Like, that's crazy. I just want to shout you out because that's a blessing. It's very rare these days that you get food and a show. So that's real fast. Alright, so I'm going to keep it 100. I was born and raised in Sacramento, California. When I was 12 years old, I went into spoken word and poetry. I'm much older than that now. Flip the numbers, you feel me? And so I have experienced a lot of different type of people. A lot of different type of leaders. Leaders who use their position as a way to not necessarily condemn people, but actually lift them up. And then I've actually also experienced those leaders that use their power and their authority to make you feel small. Yeah. To make you feel belittled, to make you feel like you need to be under their jurisdiction. So, this is for those people. This poem is called Stage Leeches. You know them stage leeches, fake teachers, spitting about how they was revolutionary from the fetus. That's probably why you're always trying to be the feature. You're addicted to the stage. Play and portray and soak up the rays of young sons and daughters who give you praise. I see you. Nothing to do with the message. Ill thought out intentions. How does it feel to play reverend? Does it feel like stealing the church's money? Does it feel like sticking your hand into the offering and polishing your Jordans? Does it feel like Michael Jordan in the height of his career, Tiger Woods without a record smacking balls into the clear? I know those stage leeches, fake teachers, spitting about how they was revolutionary from the fetus, probably why you're always trying to be the feature. Really just an attention-seeking creature. Catch them all in the limelight because they rhyme tight. Belief system ain't right, that's why you need that spot bright, huh? I've seen it with my own eyes. I think they call that realization. They spit bull and call themselves the new sensation. It's sad how this poetry art gets used like napkins. That's one bad habit. And you know your mama told you not to keep using them napkins, you know. She was mad every time. I mean, like, some of my people in here know, like, you get like 2 paper towels a day and then you're doing too much. That's one bad habit. To manipulate the truth for your own satisfaction, since you've padded your ego with the sound of a snapping. I'm about to snap, like Wu-Tang. I'm not easy to distract or get off track. I don't follow with the mainstream. I've seen it. Some of us use this art to heal, you know. Some of us spill the blood, then wash the stage with our tears, you know. Still enough strength to give the next poet the means to alleviate their fears. Fear writing this shit. Write it and it becomes real. Write to heal and manifest what you fear the most. Fill up on this truth, moisturize. I lie in this pain and realness. I know some of y'all have got a lot to deal with. Dealt this hand, now I gotta deal with. I hear God speaking from the ceiling. You know, energy speaks louder than what you've been hearing, and I might be the first one to call it by what it really is, but it's a system. And good energy and the system don't jive. You're addicted to the stage and your persona is a lie. I'm not calling y'all some snakes. I'm just saying at some point you need to step down. If it's the ego benefiting from what you're spitting, your shit don't stand out. Catch them all in the limelight because they rhyme tight. Belief system ain't right. That's why you need that spot bright, huh? Suck the life out of me to fuel the likings of you. I'm a poet and I can see right through you.
That's right. Ain't that fire?
I want it back.
So I'm about to give out a trigger warning for these next few poems. I'm about to talk about relationships, exes, molest, and rape. Okay? If anybody's not okay with that, take a break. The outside is open. I say that with all due respect because I understand. All right. This poem is called My Last Time Falling in Love. My last time falling in love was this last time falling in love with that last lover who was kind of a scrub. My last time falling in love, last time free falling, a plunge, an unconfident dive. Is it better to have loved than have lost? You decide. My last time falling in love left me stripped, just strutting on faith. Thin line, eggshells, ice skates. I fell into a pit, no pillow, no feathers. My beautiful, dark, twisted fantasy, no Kanye West. No directions in this dark place. Because when you fall into love, it might be face first, belly flop, and you might have thought that one day you'd be caught in Charlotte's web of truth, but the only thing that flies on faith alone are the beliefs that keep my spirit home. A leap of faith isn't always safe when you're 19 and prone to mistakes. So high, and then suddenly my cloud nine got trapped in the trees. Love so bittersweet, it upset the bees. This is not a fuck love poem. This is not a poem about how broken I am. This isn't even a poem about my man. This is a master plan. This is the mantra when I think I've met my match again. This is what madness love has driven me to. Imagine. I never fall in love again. I just walk right into it. I strut my way into a partnership built on common sense and respect. I don't need to demand shit. I listen to my intuition a lot more, never compromise my dreams anymore, and kneel down on that floor and pray to God to thwart my enemies, keep them at bay. Keep them at bay, I pray. What if I never give my love to anyone that can't reciprocate? I was learning to ride a bike. 2 bad relationships attached to me like training wheels. I guess that's how you learn. Some shit is just training. And now I'm pedaling far away, and I'll tell my ex to love me from over there, because afar might be as close as you can get to me again. Because when you're around, there goes that vibe. There goes that unconfident stride, that cliff dive into a really bad tide. And you can either hang glide or hang loose with a buzzkill or a boost, because the difference in how some people love you is how willing they are to be what you need. I need safety. I need safety. Are you safe? And the only way to love equally is reciprocity in any case. Challenge me to a fuller capacity of living. Don't force me to live without you, because it might become leisurely. I might enjoy the trees again, because I would let you fall if you ever wanted to leave again. Look up at the smoke rising from where many loves have crash landed. My rebirthing feels so good, I set it all ablaze, because what remains was what was meant to stay. And even after falling to my death, I thank God that I only broke my legs.
Woo! That's goodness.
I'm not gonna lie, I need that water. I'm like a little bit more than halfway through, so I'm checking in. How are y'all doing? How are you doing? You good? All right. I'm trying to impress you now. How are you doing?
I'm impressed.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay. Humble yourself. Let's do it. This next poem, along the same lines of exes and whatnot, I went through some really, really crazy stuff, you feel me? So, this poem is called The Streets / Caged Bird. If you choose the streets over me, I will let the black top take your black ass. Don't you know black women tired of breaking backs? Hunching over outlines to identify her sons, her mans, spilling water over the same blood stain from last summer. Maybe the heat and some bleach will do justice. There's no justice when the game is revenge. There's no justification. When the game is get it by any means might mean you have to be a lean, mean killing machine. And how long until you run out of energy? One day it's gonna burn you out. One day it's gonna burn you out. Hey, hey. One day it's gonna burn you out. Yeah. Hey, hey, hey. One day it's gonna burn you out. With the homies, holding grudges and holding guns up with the homies, flexing, finessing with the homies, stealing, lying, intuition and spirit defying with the homies, crying. Now she's crying because she's realizing that she can't save you, and she refuses to go down too. Later. The caged bird sings for 20 minutes on the phone and then goes pitch flat. A woman interrupts our congregation and says we only have 1 minute left. The caged bird cannot find words anymore. A constant reminder that the bird belongs to the cage, not to itself, but to the same institution that rebuilt the South. Sharecropping for commissary, living in shackles. If you thought slavery was over, what country has the highest number of incarcerated people each year on average? I had love for a caged bird. I have love for a caged bird. Running up loose change to convert into meaningful conversation, 20 minutes at a time, $5 at a time. Once we got lucky and they kept the phones on late that night, it almost felt like he was right by my side. Life on the outside starts to feel like civil rights days when you get so uncomfortable with present day ways that you can barely walk straight, when job interviews feel like slave auctions because you know you can't afford to live off of what they're offering. When I walk past white people in the street, sometimes their eyes say, "You are so lucky I don't call the police." I cut mine. Do it. You blame black communities for their own torment. Blame it on crime. I see criminal stamped onto his forehead when I look through the glass at the caged bird right in his eyes. Blame it on drugs. Blame it on thugs. We are none of the above. Blame it on Willie Horton. He was innocent. Blame it on a super predatorial race, Ronald Reagan, when our masters, when even I might be the product of rape. Blame it on blacks. Blame it on international terror. But God forbid you address the terror in our nation. White children yielding guns, busting into classrooms where young caged birdies caught in an education system that is most likely broke. Learning about history that is broken. Whose caskets get lowered onto their parents' backs, becoming burdens, breaking families more than they are probably already broken. I hear the caged bird sing. Please help me. I want to get out of here. I'm tired. I haven't eaten. I don't have any money on my books. They're looking at me funny. It becomes a melody, like 2.3 million deep. The cage unites its bars across nearly every state. I hear ghetto boys and girls sing a familiar song of sorrow. They are just African griots, most likely singing songs they learned in 20-minute conversations, $5 at a time, talking to mommy or daddy. They sing. I sing a familiar song. I sing, wade in the water. Wade in the water, children, wade in the water. I sing, take me to the king, take me to the king. And God wakes me up here every day. I assume God is here then, to open up every prison, every pen, every jail cell, and give the birds a chance to sing again.
There you go.
I'm deciding. I ain't gonna hold back on you.
Please don't.
I'm not. Burning. If you wouldn't hold your hand down on a stovetop, excruciatingly hot, why would you raise a hand to my flesh? Don't I feel hot? Don't I feel like something you should not touch? Do you like the aftermath of scars and burnt flesh and memories? A reminder that you used your hands for evil. Maybe burning is what you're destined for. Maybe you were never taught boundaries. Maybe no one taught you precaution, that hot isn't just a synonym for sexy. Maybe the slang escaped you because you're on some hot shit. A black woman's flesh is the first warmth you ever knew and the last thing you will abuse before you combust. This is my newest poem, and it's called Conquistador.
Okay.
See, what gave you the right to come here and take unmercifully? What granted you the power to be a conqueror, to be a conquistador, to take without consent, to spread disease throughout fruitful lands that lacked sickness, to make a mockery of a spiritual healer known as Gaia, to think that you were higher than God? You spit on the face of innocence, and when that face spat back at you, you called it disobedience. Disdain stains the hand of the man who came to slay everything in sight, riding on a high horse, a man whose legs could not carry him far. So in spite, he immobilized the mind of free-thinking, loving beings with every reason to be alive, tantalized by the idea of being top dog, building on top of the burial sites of broken promises, dreams, ideas. Broken hearts weigh the soul down so that a ghost is bound to the land now, wandering in search of a reason. Burrow deeper into the earth in hiding, fearful of the relentless disregard of this conqueror, who, for you, comes in the form of a young man, with a beautiful smile and a wonderful laugh. His brown hands fit between yours so perfectly, he bargains with you. Trading compliments and trinkets for your sanity and virginity, he came to baptize you in flesh and semen. He came at you first and you treated him well because it was never in your nature to hate, so you attempted to show him love. But that would only obligate you to him more, your master. He began to take more and take more, pushing off the coast and then further past the Mississippi, forcefully moving you further from your home, your sanity, the things that you hold dearly, your art, your family, everything that made you unconquerable. So that when he pushed finally into your pants, you were nothing but a grain of sand. You were nothing but torched land and ashes on top of fertile soil. He would now plant his seeds and force you to toil the land as it cries. He would call you an Indian, a slave, a wench, a girlfriend, his girl, his bitch, and it was all the same. Conquerors in different time frames stealing land like they're competing for the highest body count, killing off the innocent, enslaving the rebellious, and converting the vulnerable. At my age in this day, you are lucky to find a lover who doesn't attempt to do all three. Later, he will try to compensate you for your losses. A compliment, a cash offering, some condolences. But the land does not forget. The body does not forget when it has been betrayed, underestimated, and abused. Gaia, she still has the scars to prove your hatred for everything that grows wild, untamed, beautiful, and self-righteous. This poem is for my rapist, who is also my ex-boyfriend. May the days of your reign over women end in gunpowder and flames.
Ooh. Yes, indeed. Indeed.
Right. 3/4 of the way, check in. We should take a breath together. Thank you. This is my last poem for y'all, and I'm about to end it with some music. This poem is called I'm Her Ghost. I'm her ghost. I never knew there was one before me. Chalk it up to well-kept family secrets. My aunt slipped and spilled the beans on our dysfunctional family barbecue table, foldable, like I could never be. I stood in the middle of my kitchen. I never knew how far I was from the truth about everything. Further than the family I never met in Texas. Further from the self-love I was not taught. Further from my invisible brother or sister that my mom was coerced into burying before me. I'm my mother's dream and her nightmare. Finally, she held me in her arms, but I was too light. I understand now why she hugs me sometimes like my bones might break, or why she sheltered me, forced me to be a skeleton in her closet when I was real this time. It was real, and I think the burden of real is too much for my family, so real becomes disregarded. And I know the pill was hard. I've met women who choke on the same pill in an effort to void their womb of good hope. Sometimes situations do call for it. I wonder if she called God in an attempt to void her decision, but I know how strong-willed my grandmother is and how strong women sometimes just do what other strong women want them to do. What other strong women before them fought to have had the right to do. The secret that I will keep until I lay next to my brother or sister's grave. Sometimes my mother speaks to me like she didn't want me either. But I think it's that she doesn't want to keep secrets anymore. But how do you begin to open up a heart that has been forced closed, a throat that has choked on every no, and hands that have wiped so many regretful tears, my poor mother? I've said numerous times that black women carry too much on their spines. So few survive to maintain their sweet side. So many fall victim to harsh tides, and I know we've never had time to actually learn how to swim. And currently, I'm crying over the secrets that every woman in my family carry, that I will learn to be transparent with my children so that they will never feel like I love them out of spite. Because we, the daughters and sons of generational secrets, we know. And it's hard to grow under cement. My mother claims that she and my dad were silly and young. That they wanted to have a child. Who was me? Or maybe it wasn't me. Or maybe her decision she thought was silly, or maybe she should have told me when I was young. So the floodgates could open and I wouldn't be drowning for 20 years under every secret kept from me. And I just began to finally meet my dad's side of the family. Maybe my mother knew that some secrets would get out. So she kept me locked away a little bit longer to save herself an explanation, but I would never question her. I now understand why when my mom looks at me, she looks like she's seen a ghost. Rest in peace, my dad, and rest in peace, my brother or sister. Hey, actually, how about, like, if you want to stand up, you should stand and just kind of, like, you know, get that off you, because I gave you a lot of energy. So if you want to stand, I'm actually suggesting it, just kind of like, because I know, I got some music that I'm about to spit right now, so get that energy right, and let me give you the good vibes before we bounce out.
No, this is.
No play. He is not going to play the connect force you were talking about.
Check 1, 2.
Yeah.
This is the balling in the court, pushing in my own lane, still feeling insane, even though they say I'm doing it right. Still don't know how to move, out of spite. Just trying to get my groove back, might hit the dance floor tonight. Not attention seeking, just speaking pension into existence. Only skeleton in my closet is my own. Gotta move away from my home, ain't that cold? I love you now and forever, but that shit is getting old. And now I'm asking myself, is it really worth it? Do I treat them like they deserve it? Or pull the curtain on these sad-ass, rap-ass niggas and distasteful bitches? Sometimes I curse heavy, and that's my business. In 2017, I started a business, make some bills, and inspire the children. Would you make a meal off your purpose, man? Or do you need more validity? If it was up to me, I wouldn't give it energy. My spirit is a goer, my soul already know ya. My hands are really killers, and my heart is hella golden. I'm so down for my city, show me love and I reciprocate so lovely. So many clowns, they travel till they 50. I wish you was down when I was feeling empty. Yeah, and I'm still in my bag. I'm still in my bag, my emotional bag, and I'm still urban sack. It's all about being happy, but sometimes I feel sad. Use this art to balance, use this art to manage. I stay rapping cause you know I need that. Use this art to balance, use this art to manage. Turn this spoken word into rapping. Yeah. What you know about the bag? Rap about what you really have. Would that shit still slap? Would it deserve a playback? Playboy, playgirl, y'all play too many games out here. Get your card pulled like a chain out here. Can't be fake out here. City of trees, sleep fake out here. Very clear, I can't give up all these eyes and ears. I feel you, we got the same fears. Damn, I didn't even think I'd make it here on the stoop with the empty beers. 12 a.m. just me and me. I can't tell myself, but shit ain't free out here. Ain't shit free out here. Yeah, and I'm still in my bag. I'm still in my bag. And I'm still in my bag. My emotional bag. Yeah, I'm in my bag. Graffiti, no. On the East Coast, the term bag is like two things, right? Get in your bag means you getting your money, or in your bag means you in your feelings. So I was in my bag, second one. You feel me? It's weird though. Oh, I got one more though. Yeah, last one. This is the one that I need your help on the very most though. I need your help on this the very most. It's got a hook, it's very catchy, you will catch on to it. If you don't catch on, you better move your lips like, alright, let's do it. Yeah, I need you. Yeah, be my hype man, be my hype woman. Yeah, please, and that's my family. Yeah. I said, don't give up, please don't give up. Cause if you give up, you're not gonna see no better days. Yeah, no better days. Yeah, again, don't give up, please don't give up. Cause if you give up, you're not gonna see no better days. Yeah, no better days. Yeah, one more. Don't give up, please don't give up. Cause if you give up, you're not gonna see no better day. No better way, a better stage in life. The world that I live in is so many. Sometimes it's hard to believe that God planned this. I've been looking for something real, yeah. Material world got me feeling stranded. Look, I was told to put my trust in God, especially when everything seems to be off. I wonder what the plan is, why can't I barely stand this? I need some sustenance, it's too much sucker shit, I am famished. Relationship goals on cameras, everything that glitters ain't gold, damn it. I double tap and keep it scrolling, times have really changed. We double tap and keep it scrolling, stay up in your lane. I wonder what got people wanting fame, like check me out, yeah, let's check me out. I'm the flyest cat on the block, and I'm back on top to tell you popularity ain't better than an ego drop. All that talk just yapping. Tell me who in this generation is really trapping. It's something so attractive about below average, like the feelings I had for you. Oops, entice me love, I just want to feel something new. I knew the answers all along, yeah, I knew the truth. I put my trust in God, no paranoia, please. I think I stress too much. Anyways, when I go like this, that means clap. Right? Catch that. Yeah. If you're not gonna sing the hook, you better be clapping. Right here. Don't give up, please don't give up. Cause if you give up, you're not gonna see no better days. Yeah. No better days. Yeah. Don't give up, please don't give up. Cause if you give up, you're not gonna see no better days. Yeah. No better days. Yeah. Don't give up, please don't give up. Cause if you give up, you're not gonna see no better day. No better way, a better day in life. I put my trust in God when young lives get robbed. If I could preach to the people, my life would be on. I try to tell my moms I don't know why I feel this way, but I still make it through the day with this depression. Anyways, I pray I never see the day I lose my baby, but by chance I do. I pray the Lord save me from myself, living in hell with no help. I pray for the single parents doing it themselves. I am a witness, single household kid. I know I am my mama's treasure, even when she's living in this veiny world that we live in. When life gives you lemons, you've just got to squeeze. There's no perfect recipe, but you've got to eat. All praise to the Most High, just kiss the feet. If I had the answers, I'd play them on repeat. Sometimes it's just good to sing. Catch that. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. You got it. Don't give up,
Don't give up, don't give up,
don't give up. Give it up for you.
There we go. We got California, Cali, the goddess herself. Just put it down live, man. You know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see it. That's what it is to be at the top of your crowd. That's what it is. Enough said.